friends, this video on wave optics part 10 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 9 before going ahead with part 10. So let us look at some examples of refraction and reflection of plane waves. For example, here see everywhere now we are talking in terms of wavefronts. We are not talking in terms of the light waves. So here if you see, you have a prism. And what do you see? You have an incident plane wave. I mean, this arrow shows the direction of the light waves, and this shows, the straight line shows nothing but the wavefront. So when the light waves are coming from a source which is at infinity, here you see the parallel line waves are coming. That means they are coming from infinity. So what will be the wavefront? The wavefront is nothing but a plane wavefront. So when these kind of wavefront passes through a prism, what happens to the light waves? The light waves get bent, right? That is what we have studied in our previous chapter when we studied about reflection and refraction through prisms. Now when light passes through a prisms, it gets bent towards the base of the prism. Now when the light waves bend, what happens to the wavefront? The wavefront also gets tilted. Right? So this was my incident wavefront and this is my refracted wavefront. In the next case, let us take the example of a convex lens. Here you have a convex lens, that is nothing but a converging lens. Right? What does it do? Whatever incident beam comes to it, it tries to converge them to a point, and that point is nothing but the principal focus. So these are the beam and this is my incident wavefront. So when these beams fall on this convex lens, it tries to converge them to this point, that is the focus. So as a result, what will happen to the incident wavefront? Now see, before the waves were moving like this. That means the waves were moving like this. Therefore, the wavefront was something like this. But after passing through the lens, the waves are moving like this. Right? Because the waves are getting focused to a point. So what would be the wavefront now? If you look at the peak, you compare everyone's peak. So if you compare everyone's peak, you will see that the wavefront is now curved, right? Because when as the light waves changes its motion or changes its direction, the wavefront will also keep changing. So now the wavefront becomes a curved wavefront. Similarly, if you take the example of a concave mirror, here also this concave mirror, they will also try to converge the light rays coming to it at its focus on the same side. Therefore, these are the incident rays and they get focused at this point. Therefore, the incident wavefront gets tilted in this direction because the waves now are getting focused at this point. Right? So now I hope you have understood the concept of wavefront now, because once the wavefront is clear, Huygens principle will also get clear. Right? So these were some of the instances where we showed the behavior of the wavefront when it faces a prism or lens or a mirror. Right? Therefore, we can see that using the wave nature of light, using the concept of wavefront, we can explain all that we have studied in ray optics. Because when we studied in ray optics, we never talked about the wave nature of light. We just considered light as rays of light, straight lines. Right? So, but you see that these prism effects, mirror effects or image formation by lens, all these things can also be explained in terms of wavefront. They can also be explained in terms of wave nature of light. Okay, so this behavior of wavefront can also be understood in terms of what Huygens told us. Huygens told that the velocity of the light waves in a denser medium is always lesser than a rarer medium. Now, if you look at this prism, or if you look at this convex lens, what do we see? That the velocity inside this will be lesser than the velocity outside. So what is happening? If you see these waves, they travel a very little portion of the denser medium, whereas these waves, they travel a large portion of the denser medium. That means for these waves, their velocity is less for a longer period of time. Therefore, they reach their destination little late. Whereas these waves, they travel with lesser speed for a small amount of time. So these waves reaches faster. So you can understand this with this concept also. I mean, you can see, you can correlate this, that even this concept holds true, that the velocity in a rarer and denser medium, how does it differ? That concept also holds true in this case. So we can say that, I mean, Huygens principle was kind of foolproof. Whatever he told was correct. Similarly, in case of this lens, if you see, the rays which are in the middle, which are coming from this portion, they travel the maximum portion of the denser medium, because the lens is thinner at both the edges. So these are the rays which travel the maximum portion in denser medium. Therefore, they travel more time with lesser velocity. As a result, they are again late when compared to the waves which are coming from the edges, and that is why it is curved inside, right? So I just added this on because I wanted to explain you that even the velocity in denser medium is lesser. That fact also is applicable in these scenarios, right?
Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.